Om Yogis, welcome to a practice today where we will be working with the mantra Aham Prema and the vibration or the understanding of divine love, particularly ourselves as divine love. So lovely, let's find a seat. Find a comfortable seat, any position that you like. Just from wherever you are, see if you can really anchor your sit bones and hips towards the floor. And just take a few breaths, concentrating on a deep, full sense of your seat, breathing down into your seat, feeling yourself anchor here in your practice today. Now from this anchoring feeling, start to breathe into your heart. And with each breath in, you feel your heart become more buoyant. And with each breath out, your seat more anchored. And from this seat, start to elevate your heart. On your next breath in, start to breathe in from your sit bones, all the way up your spine to the top of your head. And as you exhale out as if exhaling through the heart now. So we're inhaling sit bones to top of head. Exhaling out through the heart. Beautiful. Now keep concentrating on this pattern that you're developing in yourself. And now as you breathe in from that seat, breathe in Aham and breathe out through your heart, Prema. Breathe in Aham, Prema. Aham, Prema. One more. Aham, Prema. And what you communicate to yourself through this mantra and through this breathing literally means, I am divine love. So you could breathe in, we'll breathe in together, I am, and out through the heart, divine love. I am, divine love. I am, divine love. Let's chant Aham Prema now. Let's practice the chant together. So just join me when you're ready. Aham Prema, 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 Aham Prema. Aham Prema. I am divine love. So today we're going to move in a way to honor and respect and acknowledge the love that we are. So our intention for our practice today is to be meticulously loving, or to move in line with the vibration of divine love, or within the mantra Aham Prema. So let's start to roll the shoulders lovely. As you breathe in Aham, breathe out Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Move the other way. And you can repeat the mantra internally or externally, whatever feels right for you today. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. I am divine love. Keep going. And I move in such a way as to honor the love that I am. So there's no forcing, there's no judgment, there's no criticism in this practice today. Our intention is to be meticulously loving in our movement. Let's come back to center, lovelies. Now turn your head to look over your left shoulder, Aham Prema. And then to look over your right shoulder, Aham Prema. Keep going here. Working with that intention, we're turning towards what feels particularly loving and especially honoring for you right here, right now. Aham Prema. I am divine love. I honor that which I am. Beautiful. Now let's take the hands behind the head. We're going to inhale to the left and exhale to the right. And you can repeat the mantra Aham Prema. You can go as slowly or as quickly as you like, honoring your body today as a vessel for divine love. You can change the position of your legs at any time during this practice. You can feel welcome to move into a different posture that is better for your body if you feel so drawn at any time. Aham Prema. I am divine love. Beautiful. Now let's take that into a seated twist. So wherever you are, you can sit cross-legged, you can sit on your heels, kneeling. You can sit with your legs straight out in front of you if you like. Just twisting one way and holding here. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. I am divine love. And wherever you're twisting now, lovelies, just see if you can turn your head to follow the twist. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Feel divine love moving all the way up your spine to the top of your head. Aham Prema. Let's come out of that and twist the other way. And it doesn't matter how far you go, because when you understand yourself as Aham Prema, divine love, wherever you are already there. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. And turn your head towards the twist. See if you can bring that twist all the way up through your neck to the top of your head. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Inhale here. Exhale. Gently release. Lovely. Change your position if your legs are getting tired. We're going to come into some Sufi rolls now. So you can do this kneeling or cross-legged. We're just going to start to roll through the waist. Rolling kind of like around the central axis of your spine. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. However I roll today, however it looks, I am divine love. I pay attention to that feeling of divine love inside of me, and I move in such a way as to articulate that in my body. Where I find stiffness, where I find compression, I can stop, I can move away from, I can repeat the mantra Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Let's go the other way. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Bringing Aham Prema into any areas of stiffness or tightness in your body or your mind today. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Beautiful. Now come forward to cat-cow. And as you inhale, open your chest, drop your belly. Aham. And as you exhale, round your back, look in. Prema. Inhale. Aham. Exhale. Prema. Keep going in your own time. Wherever you find stiffness, tension, compression in your body, stop for a moment and repeat the mantra Aham Prema. I am divine love. Beautiful. From here, let's push back into downward facing dog. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. See if you can take your mind into what is loving within this pose. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Just that you are here is an act of love. Aham Prema. Just that you are here reflects the divine love that you are. Aham Prema. Now when you're ready, gently walk to the top of your mat. And we're going to inhale, come up halfway to a flat back, bringing your hands to your shins or to your thighs. Your heart elevates and your gaze matches that of your heart. And then exhale, fold. So you're inhaling from your heart center, Aham, and exhale, fold, Prema. As you inhale, see if you can find your heart. And as you exhale, see if you can find somewhere loving to fall into. Bend your knees if you need to. If you're tight in your back, bend your knees. Aham Prema. Now next inhale brings you up to stand. Root through your tailbone as you stand up to elevate your heart. Aham Prema. Bringing your hands to your heart center. And let's chant together, Aham Prema. Aham Prema, 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 Aham Now use your thumbs against your heart to elevate your heart ever so slightly here and drop through your tailbone. Feel your belly switch on. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. I am divine love. Let's inhale, lovely. Bring your arms up and exhale, fold on in. Inhale, come to a halfway rise, flat back, heart lifts. Exhale, fold on in, fall into divine love. Now inhale, root through your feet and your tailbone, rise all the way back to stand. Aham Prema. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold on in. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold on in. Inhale, root down to rise up. Exhale, hands to heart, Aham Prema. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold on in. Inhale, all the way up. Aham Prema. Hands to the heart. I am divine love. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold on in. Now let's take the left leg back to a lunge position. We're going to keep the hands down, but we're going to keep the knee away from the floor. So your left leg, your left knee is away from the floor. You're on your toes. We're just going to inhale here. And as you exhale, just tap your knee to the floor. Inhale, bring it back up again. So inhale, the leg is straight. Exhale, little tap. Inhale, straighten it back out. Do this as you breathe to the rhythm of your own breath. And repeat Aham Prema into that big stretch that is created in your left leg. Aham Prema. Use your hands to support this. Aham Prema. Now come back to plank. Lower to the ground, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Nice gentle cobra, don't use your hands just yet. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Now bring your left foot forward and tap your right knee this time down to the ground. So as you inhale, the leg is straight, and as you exhale, there's a little bend in the knee, just a little tap. Aham Prema. Use your hands against the floor to support you as you do this. Aham Prema. If anything today does not feel good in your body, then you just do less. Maybe leave out the tap of the knee and just stay in the lunge. It's absolutely fine. Aham Prema. I am divine love. I'm already there. I'm already at the peak. The peak of the pose. Beautiful. Now we're going to inhale forward, come to the top of the mat, and fold in as you exhale. And just do that flat back extension as you inhale again. From your heart, fold in on the exhale. Just do this a few more times on your own. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Move in such a way that feels loving for your body. Bend your knees if you need to. Bend your knees on your next inhale as you root down through the feet and the tailbone. Rise up through your heart. Hands stretching above your head. Aham Prema. Beautiful. Hands to heart, Aham Prema. We are all of us, every single one of us, vessels for divine love. All of us. And we move together today as brothers and sisters. There is no separation. We are one. So let's come into those half salutations again. We are divine love. It's simple. We keep the practice simple because love is simple. It's inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold on in. Inhale, halfway rise from your heart. Exhale, fold on in. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart, Aham Prema. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Hands to heart, Aham Prema. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to stand, stretching. Exhale, Aham Prema. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold on in. Now, lovelies, take your left leg back to a lunge position, again keeping the knee up. You can either hold this position still here, Aham Prema, you're already there. Or you can do the knee taps that we did last time, Aham Prema, you're already there. Or you can take this pose into a twist, turning towards your right leg. So you're extending your top arm up, which I believe is your right up. And the more you root into the legs, the more room you'll find in the twist. If your legs won't root today as you twist, don't bother to twist. Just work wherever you find yourself today. Aham Prema lets every shape you make in your body be loving and honoring. When we honor the love that we are, healing starts to resonate within and around us. So if you need to, lovelies, do less. Stay with Aham Prema. I am divine love. I am already there. Beautiful. Let's come back to plank. Lower to the ground, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to dog. Now we're bringing the left leg forward, and we either hold still in the lunge, or we could take the knee to the ground, just doing those knee taps as we breathe. Or we can take it into a twist on the other side. Aham Prema initiates a clearing out of anything we might be carrying that is not loving. So this mantra, Aham Prema, spins inside of us, creating a force, like a centrifugal force if you like, that pushes any pain and separation to the edges of us. And this shifts into our consciousness and eventually out of the body. So if at any point today you are not feeling divine love, it does not mean that you are not divine love, only that you might be carrying pain right now. If you feel that you're carrying pain, do less. Just stay with the mantra, Aham Prema, and let that turn inside your body. Speaking of turning, let's untwist. Lovely. And then just come to plank. Inhale here. Exhale down to the mat, whichever way works for you. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Now come forward to the top of your mat. And as you inhale, come to that halfway rise from your heart, flattening out your back. Bend your knees if you need to. And as you exhale, fold in. Find some love inside of yourself to fall into. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fall in love with yourself. Aham Prema. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, Aham Prema. Let's inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Aham Prema. Inhale, stretching, lifting the arms, tailbone down. Exhale, fold on in. Inhale, halfway rise. Come, exhale back to plank. Take an inhale in plank. Take an exhale, knees, chest, chin. Now come into Sphinx pose. Resting on your forearms. If this is too much for your back, take your arms further away from your body so there's less of a back bend. We root back through the legs so the legs are very active. And the tailbone is pushing down away from you to give your lower back a little bit more Aham Prema, a little bit more divine love. And as the tailbone pushes down, this allows for a rooting through the spine that allows the heart to elevate naturally. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Whatever shape that you make, however it feels, you are divine love. You are Aham Prema. Anything that you might feel inside of yourself that is not loving is being pushed to the surface by the mantra Aham Prema. And all we have to do is just repeat that mantra back to ourselves. There is no pressure today to stay in any shape, to be in any shape. Just stay with the mantra Aham Prema. Now tuck your toes, lovelies. And from here you can either come to your knees and press back into forearm plank, or you can press straight back into forearm plank. If this is too strong for your lower back, do this on your knees. If you're doing the full posture, again, press the tailbone down towards the heels to activate the tummy. However this feels, and for most of us this doesn't feel all that great, we can add Aham Prema. I am divine love. I am divine love. I am divine love. Beautiful. Let's release that. And we're going to push back to dolphin pose from here. But go long today. So have your arms and legs quite far away from each other, so it's more like a dolphin dog. Usually I would say to walk the feet in towards the arms, but today I like this sort of long dolphin because it opens up the shoulders while we're stabilizing through the shoulders. And the shoulders are an extension of the heart, so we're kind of opening and solidifying this awareness of the love that you are through Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Beautiful. Now drop to your knees. Take your knees wide, your feet are together, and just fall back into child's pose. Have your arms in any position that affords you comfort. And we chant here again, Aham Prema. Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Now walk your arms to the left. Just walk them over to the left side of your mat. Root down through that right hip. Just stretching long through your right side. Breathing Aham Prema into the body. Coming back to center and doing that over to the left side. Aham Prema. Now come into cat-cow. Aham as you open the chest, Prema as you fall in towards yourself. Aham Prema. I am divine love. Now let's thread your left arm under your right. So come back to all fours, sorry. Thread the left arm under your right. Just coming into a little twist here. And if you know this twist or you feel it in your body, you can open it up into whatever is working for you today. So some of us combine the pose. But the asana or shape reflects the love that you are. And sometimes the love that you are is more contained and concentrated. Sometimes it's more expansive and open. Nothing is wrong, neither is wrong. The aim is to meet ourselves wherever we are in the most loving way. For some of us, that will mean to come out of this maybe, and that's fine. Now for all of us, we'll come out of it now, and we'll do this to the other side. So take your time, come over to the other side. As you breathe, add the mantra Aham. Breathing in, Prema. Breathing out, add the awareness of the divine love that you are, dropping any judgments, any criticism, any need to be anywhere other than where you are, any need to be anything other than who you are, because you are divine love. What else is there? You're already there, you're peaking. Beautiful. Now come back to center. Press back, downward facing dog. Let's inhale, bring your left foot through to a low lunge. Bring the knee down this time. And your left arm, hang on, no. Your right arm is going to stay down. Hang on. No, sorry lovelies, your left arm stays down, your right arm is coming behind you to pick up your right foot. So you're coming into a quad stretch here. But what I'd like you to do today is you'll probably initially twist to find the foot, if you can reach it. But then once you find the foot, see if you can turn your body back to the front of your mat so this pose looks very square. If you feel comfortable here, you might even take this into a balance, bringing both of your hands behind you and holding your foot with both of your hands to open your heart. But only do, lovelies, what feels loving. Only Aham Prema. It might just be that you just stay in the lunge today, and that's absolutely fine. Let's take another breath here, breathing in Aham, Aham. Breathing out Prema, Prema. Now step back to downward facing dog. And bringing your right leg forward, I think. And we're going to repeat on the other side. If I've gone wrong with my lefts and rights, I'm not afraid, because I know that you are loving. And you're loving me through this as much as I'm loving you through this. Aham Prema. If you find the bind, you can stay where you are, or you can start to square off towards the front of your mat. You might even find the balance here. You might just stay in the lunge. Absolutely fine. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. The only thing really that we want to stay with today is the love that we are. Beautiful. Press back, downward facing dog. Lovely. Now jump through. So you're sitting between your hands, or walk through so you're sitting between your hands. Extend your legs out in front of you, Dandasana. We're pulling the toes towards the face. The heels might come off of the ground even. The legs are super active. You're grounding down through the thighs. Pushing down through your tailbone to elevate your heart here. Rooting. Now come onto your fingertips behind you with your thumbs towards you. Roll your shoulders open and squeeze your elbows a little more together to elevate your chest a little more here. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Your tummy is turned on and you're pushing down through the tailbone so as not to overarch through your lower back. Now walk your fingertips a little tiny bit closer together. Bend your elbows and elevate a little more through your heart. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Now just lean back a little, stretch your arms out and just gently tap your toes against the floor and lift them gently away with the knees bent. Half Navasana, half boat. Aham Prema. Keep that elevation in your heart center. Keep that seat, that sense of your seat anchoring you down. Your tummy is on. Aham Prema. You can stay here or you can extend your legs for full Navasana, but only if it feels like love. Love can be powerful, love can be strong. It can be painful, but not today. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Beautiful. Now cross your legs. Shift your weight forward onto your hands and come through into downward facing dog from here on your elbows again. Dolphin dog. Bit of a tricky transition, but we love ourselves through it. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Breathe. And now from your dolphin dog, lower down to Sphinx pose in whatever way works. You can come onto your knees first or come all the way down. And now we're going to turn the left hand towards the right side of your mat. Reach back to find your right leg. Try to square your body forwards again as much as possible. If this doesn't feel loving, stay in Sphinx. Leave the legs alone. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Shift your tailbone down towards your heels. Your legs are very, very active. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Take one more breath here. Exhale, just lower yourself to the ground. Lie on your belly for a moment. And then come up and do exactly the same thing on the other side. Aiming to square the body forwards as much as possible if you can find the foot. If you can't find your foot, your ankle, your leg, it doesn't feel loving, stay in Sphinx. If Sphinx is hard on your lower back, take your elbows away from you. Maybe you just lie on your front. Aham Prema. You're already there. There is nothing to prove. You are already divine love. Beautiful. Let's come out of that when you're ready. And come back into forearm plank. Going long, long, long through your tailbone As your tailbone pushes away from you, this engages your belly. You're strong through your belly. You're strong through those extended legs. You're pushing back into your heels to take the pose out of the arms a little bit. And you're repeating Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. Forget the notion of being either strong or weak, or these smaller identities that we attach to ourselves, these small transient things that we attach to ourselves. You are divine love. You are Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. Embrace that. Embrace yourself here. And then come back to child's pose. Knees go wide. Sit back onto your heels. And then bend your elbows. Just bring your hands back to the back of your neck. Just place your hands on the back of your neck. It's super loving. Super lovingly. And we chant together Aham Prema. Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. Aham Prema, Aham Prema. Yoga practice is ultimately, foundationally, at its base, at its root, and at its peak, a meditation upon love. I am love. Irrespective of everything and anything that might be happening around me, I am love. Hear these words as if you are speaking them now, because they are meant for you, they are meant for all of us. Practice is a meditation upon love. I am love. Irrespective of everything and anything that might be happening around me, whether I'm in the pose, whether I've had to move out of it, whatever it is that I'm doing, I am love. I am love. I am love. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Push back, lovelies, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, let's drop onto the right knee so we can bring the left foot forward into a high lunge. Once you find this lunge position, take that back knee away from the floor. And just hold here. Now take your hands away from the floor. Extend your arms up towards the ceiling. Hold here. Aham Prema. Now staying on the ball of your back foot, bring your hands back to the floor to frame your front leg. And we're going to straighten that front leg to wherever feels loving. So you're coming into pyramid pose here. Stay on the ball of your back your back foot. And you can use props to support this as well. You can grab some blocks that will bring the floor a little closer to you. You can feel welcome to bend your knees in this pose. It's absolutely fine. And we're going to keep the hands either side of the front foot just to feel a bit of stability here. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Lovely. Now come back into downward facing dog. And this time bring your right foot forwards. Come into that high lunge position. And then you can take the hands away from the floor for a couple of breaths. We know where we're going now. And now you can reframe your leg with your hands. Start to straighten that front leg to wherever feels loving. Be careful not to over straighten the leg so you kind of hyperextend through that knee, that front knee. And find wherever is loving. Stay on the ball of your back heel. If balance is a problem, just move your feet further away from one another, sort of width-wise along your mat, so you can square your hips a little better. Keep your hands either side of your front foot. Use blocks. You can use blocks or blocks, or even blocks if you need them. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Pyramid here. Lovely, now come back to downward facing dog. Shift forward to plank. Come down through knees, chest, chin, chaturanga or chaturanga on your knees. Inhale, little cobra. Exhale, back to dog. Now your left foot is coming forward. You can drop onto your right knee to bring the foot forward. That's why I kind of gave you that little option. So every time we have to hoist the leg forward, you can drop onto the opposite knee to get there. But now we've got our left foot forward and we're going to come straight into pyramid pose now that we know what the pose is, straightening out the front leg. Aham Prema, Aham Prema. If this feels okay, you can ground your back foot to a 45-degree angle and just stay here. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. If this feels okay, you can reach both of your arms to the little toe side of your front foot and stay here, so you're beginning to twist, as if to twist away from the legs. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. If this feels okay, you can make your tailbone super long, anchor down to initiate the twist through your heart space, through your chest, and your top arm can rise into a revolved triangle. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Whatever shape you're making, stay in love with yourself. If you're in that revolved triangle, be in your heart. I am divine love. As I get long through the tailbone, this elevates and opens the heart. Be in your heart, lovelies. Inhale here, and wherever you are, let's take yourself back to downward facing dog from here. Let's repeat that sequence, bringing the right leg forward. So you can drop the left knee down to bring that leg forward, that's absolutely fine. Coming into pyramid pose. So first of all, you're on the ball of your back foot. Your front foot is engaged and straight, it's not hyperextended. Your front foot, your front leg, and your foot, I guess. If this feels good, you can ground your back foot to that 45-degree angle and just keep squaring your hips forward as best you can. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. If this feels good, you keep that squaring of the hips and just reach both of your arms to the little toe side of your front foot. So you're beginning to twist. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. And if this feels good, the tailbone can start to anchor down and you can start to initiate that twist into full revolved triangle. Living in your heart here, I am divine love. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Wherever you are, there will be a challenge. If you're in full revolved triangle, this is challenging enough. If you didn't manage to get there, the challenge is to stay with the divine love that you are. To accept yourself exactly as you are. Feel no sense of failure, no sense of judgment. because you're already there. You are divine love. Beautiful. Let's come back now. Back to plank. Lowering to the ground, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. The left leg is coming forward, so drop to the right knee if you need to get there. Come into pyramid pose again. Stay there if you need to. If this is enough, stay here, work here. If you want more, the hands come to the little toe side. Maybe you open up into revolved triangle, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. Maybe you take this into half moon balance, a revolved half moon. Aham Prema, Aham Prema. The tailbone initiates the opening of the heart. And then let's step it back. Come back to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, breathe here. Aham Prema, Aham Prema. Right leg comes forward now. Come into pyramid pose. Stay here, arms to little toe side for the twist. Stay here, revolved triangle. Stay here, revolved half moon. Aham Prema. The tailbone initiates that heart opener. Staying in the heart, Aham Prema. And then back to downward facing dog. Remember, lovelies, the asana or the shape that you make reflects the love that you are. Sometimes the love is more contained and concentrated. Sometimes it's more open and expanded. Sometimes it stays still. Sometimes it wants to move. Nothing is wrong. There is no wrong answer. There is no right answer. The nearest thing we've got today to a right answer is the intention to meet ourselves wherever we are in the most loving way. So we add breath, we add awareness, we work with a mantra, and we drop any judgments of ourselves. Beautiful. Last set. Left leg comes forward. Pyramid pose. Stay here if you're working with pyramid today. You could even come out of pyramid and just do a low lunge. It's absolutely fine. If you're in pyramid and you want to take the arms to the little toe side, ground down through the back foot, you can do this. Starting that twist. If you want to extend into it, open up, revolve triangle. That's absolutely fine. Take a breath here. And now from here, we can just swap the arms and just turn this into a full triangle. So your bottom arm that was on the floor reaches towards the ceiling now. Your top arm is reaching towards the floor. And your tailbone is anchoring down to open your heart. Wherever you are, live in your heart. Even if you have had to come up, look around you and work out what's going on. It doesn't matter. Live in your heart, because however it feels, however it looks, you are already there. You are divine love. Downward facing dog, lovelies. Right leg comes forward. Low lunge, if that's all you want to do today, that's absolutely fine. Pyramid, that's all you want to do, absolutely fine. Take it to the twist, arms to little toe side. Ground down through the back heel, fine too. Open up, revolve triangle, absolutely fine. Maybe swap your arms, find full triangle. Tailbone anchors the heart. Breathe in, Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Come back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, let's jump to sit at the top of the mat. Lean back a little bit. Extend your arms. Come onto your tippy toes, bending your knees. Come into half Navasana, half boat. Use your tummy to balance you. Use your tailbone. Push down through your tailbone so you're not falling into your lower back too much. And from here, open your heart, half Navasana. If it feels like love, and it rarely does, but if it does today, full Navasana. I am divine love. I am divine love. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Beautiful. Let's come into Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees go wide. Let's chant together. Aham Prema. 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 Beautiful. From here, lovelies, bring your legs into straddle position. If you're tight in your lower back and you can feel you're kind of rocking to the back of your sit bones a little bit too much, prop yourself up onto a blanket, lovelies. So you can feel yourself on your support rocking more forwards onto the fronts of your sit bones. Lovely. From straddle pose, bring one foot into the groin area of your body, so in towards your pubic bone, for a very wide Janu Shirshasana. So it looks like a big straddly Janu Shirshasana. And from here, we're just going to fold down the center line. Aham Prema. Or maybe not. Maybe we don't fold. Maybe we stay up. Maybe we stay in straddle. Maybe we come back to Baddha Konasana. Wherever we are divine love. Aham Prema. Sometimes it's loving to do a little more. Sometimes it's loving to do a little less. You decide, lovelies. Beautiful. When you're ready, inhale, come back to center. And now turn towards your bent knee. And we're just going to fold over that knee. Fold forward over that knee if that feels loving in your body. As you do this, your other hip will lift a little away from the floor. That's absolutely fine. As you do it, if you do it, whatever you want, more, less, it's all Aham Prema. It's all divine love. You are divine love, whatever you do. Beautiful. Let's inhale here. Exhale, come back to center. Swap your legs so the other foot is in the center line and the other leg now goes wide, Janu Shirshasana. Very wide Janu Shirshasana here. And fold down through the center line if that feels good for your body. If you want to stay still, stay still. If you want to come back to just a full straddle, that's up to you. If you want to do Baddha Konasana again, that's up to you. Aham Prema. Whatever you do, you are divine love. You're already there. There is nothing to prove. Beautiful. Let's inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, come back to seated. Turn towards your bent knee. And just start to fold over that bent knee now. fold towards it. Your other hip might lift a little away from the floor, that's absolutely fine. Come back to that meditation on the breath. Aham Prema. Breathe in, Aham. Breathe out, Prema. Inhale here. Exhale, come on out of that, lovelies. And let's lie down when you're ready. Bringing the soles of your feet together again, your knees go wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. So you're in that Baddha Konasana but lying down. You might want to prop underneath your thighs with a couple of blocks or a couple of blankets if this is hard on your body. If it's really hard on your body, you can leave it out and just adjust as necessary. Stay with that breath, Aham Prema. Aham Prema. If you've got any sort of excess of tension in your lower back, you could bring the soles of your feet to the floor and knock your knees in. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Now weigh down your left thigh with your left arm. So if you're in Supta Baddha Konasana, or wherever you are, bring your left hand to your left thigh and just let it lie there so it weighs the thigh down. And bring your right leg into Happy Baby. So you're either doing this now in like a half Supta Baddha Konasana, so you're in like a half butterfly and a half Happy Baby, or if you brought the sole of your foot to the floor because your back was tight, you can do it in that position too, with the sole of the foot on the floor, the knee bent, half Happy Baby, absolutely fine. Aham Prema, you're already there. You don't really need to do anything today. You're already there. Aham Prema. Just realize that which you are. Aham Prema. Now from here you can swap your hands over, so your left hand will come to your right foot, to the outer right foot, and you can just roll to a twist here. You could just do a simple twist with one knee bent and just twist. Right foot will be rolling to the left, twist to your left. Or if you've got the bind and you want to, you can bind the entire pose, so you can hold your top leg and maybe even bend your bottom leg and try to bind there. So your pose today can be simple. It can just be a twist with no bind at all. Or it could be bound. Bound or unbound, both are loving. So whatever you choose love. Choose that which you are. And wherever you are, be where you are and know that you've chosen that and love that in yourself. Gorgeous. Inhale here. Exhale. Engage your belly. Gently come on out of that in a way that is loving for your body, in whatever way is loving for your body. And then slowly make your way back to Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees go wide. If this doesn't work for your body, feet on your mat, knees knocking in. So it's either feet together, knees wide, or feet apart, knees together. Wherever it is, however it looks, it is Aham Prema. You are Aham Prema. You are divine love. Now weigh down your right thigh with your right hand. Keeping that leg in Supta Baddha Konasana, bring the other leg, which would be your left leg, into half happy baby. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Adjust as is necessary. When you practice yoga, you're practicing a type of union with yourself where you really begin to listen and honor that which you need. You really start to resonate with what you need. And so whatever you need, do it. That anything goes. There's only one thing we can do wrong really in the practice of yoga, and that is to consistently go up against ourselves. We create this sort of separateness in ourselves where we're in argument with ourselves. In every practice, we're not creating those conditions for union, for wholeness, for the knowing of the love that we are, the knowing of Aham Prema. Okay, and from here, let's swap the hands over. So I believe it's your right hand that takes your left foot outer side, and you can twist here. You can bind it if you like, or you can just do a simple twist with your knee bent, or just any which way you want, whatever feels good for your body. Choosing the love that you are, Aham Prema. In doing this is whatever is good for your body. Is choosing yourself, choosing that which you need, coming back to yourself, to union, to yoga, to love. All right, let's come back to center when you're ready. Bring both of your feet to the mat, knees bent, and just bring your right foot now to just above your left knee. So you're in a reclined pigeon pose here. And you can thread your arms through your legs. So you hold around your left shin, I think it is. Or you can just leave the legs where they are, whatever feels good for your body today. Aham Prema. You're already there. You are divine love. And who am I to argue with that? Aham Prema. If you want a little more, if it feels loving to do more, do more. If you want to do less. Stay with what feels loving, but if you want to do more, you can lift your head and lift your shoulders away from the mat and take that bent leg and, like a little baby, just cradle it in your arms, in whatever way works. And you can stay here, or you can begin to straighten the other leg, which would be your left leg, I think, and just hover that leg there. Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. Finally, if you want to keep doing more, you can straighten that bent leg now for Supta Padangustasana. Hovering above the ground, the kind of loving, working meditation. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. And then release that down, bring the soles of the feet to the mat, knock the knees in for a second, just lie here for a second. Aham Prema. And this time we're going to bring your left foot to just above your right knee for Reclined Pigeon. That you can stay here. If this is giving you enough sensation to work with, stay here. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. You can thread your arms through your legs, holding onto your shin. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. You might want to lift your head and your shoulders away from the mat and cradle your leg. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. You might want to straighten that leg now. For Supta Padangustasana. Supta Padangustasana. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. And then when you're ready, gently release that down to the ground. And here we are at our final pose now. So we're prepping for Shavasana. You can come straight into Shavasana if that is what feels loving, if you're ready for that. If not, then we've got a minute or so where you can just take any pose that you feel you might need just to kind of set your body up. Set your body up well. So it might be a supported bridge, or happy baby, full happy baby, or another twist, another short twist, or whatever feels right and loving, whatever feels resonant with Aham Prema. In your Shavasana today, once you find that, feel welcome to prop underneath your knees if your back is tight. If your shoulders are tight, sometimes blocks under the hands are quite nice. If you've got a bolster across the pelvis, this can be really, really comforting. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. And then when you're ready, in your own good time, we meet as one in Shavasana. As one, as divine love. Aham Prema. Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. Prema, Aham 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 Prema. Aham Prema, the ultimate identity. I am divine love. Everything else we identify with is incomplete. It is not whole. It comes and it goes. Aham Prema mantra stills the mind. It stills the chitta or chatter that tells us we are different from love. We are not different from love. We are love. Aham Prema, resting in the love that you are. Aham Prema. Aham Prema, 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 When you're ready, lovelies, begin to stretch out your fingers and toes. Deepen your breath. And take any stretch that feels loving today. If you're hugging the knees into your chest, rock a little side to side, massage your hips. And you can gently rock to one side when you're ready. Just take a moment there. As you come back into full awareness, full consciousness, bring anything back with you that was useful for you today from your practice. Primarily bring back the divine love that you are, Aham Prema. And let's meet in a seated posture for a short meditation. Finding that seat anchoring down through your tailbone to take any overarching out of your lower back, to also encourage that buoyancy of the heart, that levity of heart, Aham Prema, encouraging the love that you are to shine forth, shine through and out into the world. You are divine love. I am divine love. We are divine love. Resting in Aham Prema, we see one another through the love that we are, and that love unites us. That love brings us into yoga. And we become brothers and sisters to one another. Everyone in Aham Prema is a relation. Everyone. Knowing that we are related helps us relate to one another in loving ways. Let us chant together, united in Prema, united in Prem, in love, whole, complete, and at one within the love that we are. Aham Prema. Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. Namaste.